I got my first corporate job at 19 years old, so let's walk through how I did it. I was a freshman in college doing school all online. I tried doing in-person school my first semester, but I just did not like it. At the time, I was a server, but I knew that I wanted to get into corporate as soon as I could, just so I could get the experience and honestly kind of just get myself ahead of my peers. So my college was hosting a career fair, so I decided to go by myself. I don't know what had gotten into me because I don't even like going to the bathroom by myself, so I don't know why I decided to go to a career fair by myself, but I'm glad that I did. If you live near your college and they do career fairs, I highly recommend that you go to them. It's just honestly such a great way to get yourself in the fields and areas that you're interested in and actually talk to the people that work in those industries. I feel like there's something just more powerful about talking to people that work where you want to work in an outside setting that isn't just in a job interview. So I was getting my associate's degree in accounting and my bachelor's in finance, so I knew that I wanted to talk to a bunch of different banks and credit unions. I would though recommend talking to a variety of different industries and companies because now I know that most companies, no matter what industry they are, they need people like accountants and payroll clerks. I went in there and I talked with almost every single bank and credit union that was there. Most of them were really nice and welcoming, but there were a couple that rubbed me the wrong way. There were a couple of banks that really stood out to me, but there was one in particular that I just really liked. So within the next week or so, I applied to be a relationship banker at this certain bank and I got it. It really helped me going into the interview knowing that I could say that I knew somebody that works there. And since my talk went really well with the ladies I talked to at the career fair, they could kind of vouch for me a little bit. If you're looking to get into the financial industry, I definitely recommend that you start as like a relationship banker or a bank teller. Being a personal banker or relationship banker, whatever you want to call it, it gives you so much knowledge about teller transactions like cashing checks, doing deposits. It also teaches you about different kinds of accounts, IRAs, consumer loans, just so much stuff that gives you a great base knowledge that you can take with you for the rest of your career. It's also just a position that they're a lot more willing to hire someone with no prior experience. Something else that I recommend if you are still in school or you're just getting out of school, I would actually apply for some of your regional, more local banks and credit unions. I just personally feel like at the beginning, you'll have a much higher chance of getting into a regional bank than you are a Fortune 500 company. I've just noticed that a lot of these local places are willing to take a chance on someone with no prior experience and even no education sometimes. But of course, this is all just my experience. I know there's a lot of different factors that play into this kind of stuff. This is just my own personal journey of how I was able to get into corporate at such a young age. And now I'm 22 years old and I've been with this bank for 3 years. I've also done a lot of different things while I've been at the bank, so if you want a separate story about that, I can definitely do that as well. My makeup is all done. If you guys have any questions, topics that you want me to cover in future videos, please let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.